ECC. We had a great time at River Camp, and those of you who were with us, I'm sure you had a blessed time under the ministry of so many special people as they poured into our lives, as we got to worship together and be together as family. And if you weren't there, whatever you were doing over the bank holiday weekend, I pray that you had a really special time. And as we prepare to kick into a new season in September, I want to give you a brief video update on one particular aspect that we're going to be moving into, and that's a week of prayer. Starting this Sunday, the 1st of September, I really felt a stirring in my spirit to call us to pray and intercede and to cry out to God for the first week of September, together as a church family, and to really cry out for breakthroughs. There are a couple of things I shared a number of Sundays ago that I really feel we're compelled to pray for, both as individuals and as a corporate church body. For individuals, I've really felt stirred for us to pray for breakthrough in people's lives, particularly in the areas of health, employment, finance, and liberty from vices. That those things which we just cannot get over, those things that easily entrap us, those sins which have a grip on our lives, that God wants to bring a week of breakthrough. And prayer plays a significant and crucial role in that. And as a church body together, for God to continue to be saving people, that salvations will continue to happen, that healing and miracles will continue to break out, that God will continue to move significantly in that area, particularly in the month of September with a number of things we have coming up for our buildings and some of the practical arrangements around ECC, which we'll be talking about in the weeks ahead. And finally, in the whole area of discipleship, that as we seek to grow, to live lives that are worthy of Jesus and to make him known in this town, that we would do that together. So these are kind of 4 and 4 crucial things that I feel God calling us to pray for. And in the book of Judges, I shared this a few weeks ago, but in chapter 3, the first 4 verses, it says this: "These are the nations the Lord left in order to test those in Israel who had experienced none of the wars in Canaan." And so the Israelites have been in a little while now. Generations have come and gone, and there's now a generation who haven't experienced the battles that it took to win the land, and they are unaware of the cost that there is in order to see the breakthrough. And then it says this was to teach future generations of Israelites how to fight in battle, especially those who had not fought before. Now God had purposefully left some of the inhabitants of the land there so that Israel would learn how to fight. And there are some things in our lives that are challenges, not necessarily because the enemy's having a go, but because God wants us to learn to fight and to depend on him and hold on to him and to trust him and to sharpen our own swords, to know what it is to battle in prayer. So sometimes the things that are left for us to deal with are there to teach us. And it says these nations included the 5 rulers of the Philistines and all of the Canaanites, the Sidonites, the Hivites, those who lived in the Lebanese mountains from Mount Baal Hermon as far as the entrance of Hamath. And the Lord left them to test Israel to determine if they would keep the Lord's commands he had given their fathers through Moses. And so these have been left to teach them to fight and to train them in faithfulness, to train them in depending on God in the midst of the battle. And as we come into a week of prayer, I want us to come in and to contend for these crucial areas in our lives, that we will learn how to pray, learn how to depend, learn to be faithful in prayer, learn to take up our sword, to put the armor on and to battle through and to contend for the breakthroughs that we need. There are some things that only come out through prayer and fasting. And so I want to call us as a church every morning, Monday to Friday at 6:30 a.m. to join together in prayer. Every evening, Monday to Friday at 7:30 p.m. to join together in prayer. And then on Saturday morning, on the 7th of September, for us to gather for a prayer breakfast, 7:30 to 8:30 in the morning, where we just pray and we contend and we wrap up the week together. I want us to cry out. I want us to battle for some breakthrough. I want us to contend with God. And I want you to do that with us. Don't be a spectator. Don't be someone who just watches on. You don't have to make every prayer meeting. You don't have to make every day. But I want us as a church family to gather together to pray and intercede and to contend for the breakthroughs, to cry out for his kingdom to come and his will to be done on earth as it is in heaven. God bless you. I hope you have a great week. We'll talk about this more on Sunday. But this is just a brief update to keep you in the loop as to what's happening.